Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, this will be the last podcast. Actually, I might shoot another one right after this. This will be the last day that I shoot podcasts in this apartment because I'm moving.
Man, what a hellhole.
Yep, that's right. My fan mailbox is changing. So if you guys want to send me fan mail or your panties, you're gonna have to do it at my new address.
Are you
1404. Sorry,
Are you
what?
a panty guy?
No, not really.
Nah, me either. Actually, I kind of am.
Nah,
Not to where I would buy them or want them dirty.
No, yeah, I think
ju-
that's weird.
If I find a girl, if I'm like, let me grab some socks for her, and she's got like a little lingerie in there, I'm like, damn, that's pretty sexy.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm
not like shove your panties in my mouth. Actually,
yeah, I don't want them in the mail.
Be honest.
To me?
No, to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't want
To
mail.
you.
Period. No male panties. Period.
No, yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah.
Not yet. All right, this is the Hardly Working Podcast where I interview comedians about their formative jobs.
Oh shit!
Ooh, yeah.
All
You were
right.
talking earlier, and we can preferably like high school, college jobs or whatever.
Okay.
But you're talking briefly about waiting tables. I don't know when that was.
I'll probably my best job. You probably should have told me.
Okay, what were the?
But-
would you
but
do any bits when
I
you were
will-
waiting tables?
Oh yeah, dude. Because I worked at Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede.
No. Where the fuck is that at?
That's in Branson, Missouri, and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And they used to have one in Myrtle Beach that turned into a pirate's
Dude,
cruise.
why does she have the weirdest like rip off Margaritaville chain? And why is it
No,
the
it's
three
not even
most
rip off
random
Margaritaville.
cities?
It's rip off night. You know where they battle with the horses jousting.
No
Medieval
way.
times. So it's North versus South in the Civil War. You were either on the north side or the south side.
Is this serious?
Oh yeah. Well, now they've changed it ever since the reckoning. Or
Wait,
whatever.
no, I seriously can't tell. Is this a bit or is this a
No,
real
this is
thing?
100% serious. Like I
No
had a
way.
but I had two outfits. One was a Union soldier. The other was a rebel soldier.
No, are you serious?
Blue and gray, and you would like have horse battles, and I would just serve chicken and biscuits mostly. if you're on the south side, that is.
Dolly Parton has a Confederate themed restaurant.
It used to be, yeah.
Dude, who wins the battles?
Now it's city versus country.
That is so.
But that
lame.
happened after I left. They found God after I left.
That is so funny. So, like, medieval times, I've been told, like, they sometimes or occasionally can switch up the winners. Did the South ever win in Dolly's restaurant?
It's fully on. It's fully on the audience who wins.
No, are you
Because at the end, there's 6 rows all in like bleacher style seating.
No
you eat
way.
with your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And so at the end, there's a flag for each row, and you have to stand up and salute and pass the flag. And whoever wins, whichever side wins, that ends up winning.
Is it just a Confederate flag? Or people just
No, it's just a gray flag, gray and blue.
Oh yeah, gray and blue.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
They only had black horses on the South, though.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they did put them to work. That is what they were good at.
Yeah.
Horses.
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 But no, like it was cool because like you did eat with your hands and stuff, and so I would like be big and verbose, and like I would be like, everybody put your hands up, repeat after me, be like, this is my silverware.
That's
And
fun.
people would be like, oh my god, we're eating with our hands.
I love
And,
this.
yeah. And I would be like, so everybody gets a Cornish hen, and you know what I mean? And like, so you have a big pan of like 40 Cornish hens,
Yeah.
and you have to take it and just, as you go down the row,
Yeah, everyone
and put
gets
it on
one.
and like a good bit always was like, did you order chicken wings? And you just put one little wing on their plate and just keep going.
That's very funny.
And yeah, or like if it's a big burly guy, be like, oh, your wife said you're the vegetarian, and then just skip him for a while.
That's so
and
funny.
then come back and bring him,
Dude,
Yeah.
that rips. That's so good. I love this.
Dude, it was a killer job. There were some days you'd make $500.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because you'd have like 4 or 5 shows.
God.
Yeah.
I like they have like medieval times, but it's like in Chicago, like a major city. I love how it's just in Branson, Missouri.
Oh
you said?
yeah, Branson, Missouri, dude. Live entertainment capital of the world.
That's so sick, dude.
And the most churches per square foot of any place
Seriously?
on Earth. I made that up. But
That's still
there probably
nice.
is like 400 churches there.
That's so nice,
It's
dude.
a very godly place.
Which church is your favorite?
Oh man, probably the
Don't say
Muslim
Baptist.
church.
Okay, good choice.
Yeah, I don't know what their churches are called. Tabernacles,
Mosques.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
tabernacles are their enemy.
Well, now this video is gonna get shadow banned, but that's all right.
Shit, or oops, I'll poop.
No, it's okay. You can swear on YouTube, I think.
That was probably my favorite job.
That's so nice, dude.
I also worked at a marina one summer, and
Marina?
it was a dry dock. So the boats come out of the water and they get put up into
that's so much less cool.
Hold on, it's
All right.
a literal like a crane that can lift a boat 3 stories up.
We're back, baby.
Okay, and then but you take a tractor with like a tractor, like a John Deere tractor is attached to
Yeah, I know what a tractor is.
Yeah, I know. You have the Iowa State bullshit on right now. Like, it's ridiculous.
We'll
Can
talk
you
about it
believe
later.
how bad they lost this weekend?
We'll talk about it later. Dude, I'm going to air this right after the Iowa versus Iowa State football game.
Write it in ink.
And we're just gonna keep talking as if the other team had won.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, we scored like 45 touchdowns this weekend.
That's crazy because we scored like 50 something.
Oh man, but we scored 10 field goals, so it kind of made up for it. So anyways, when the dry dock had like this 35-foot trailer attached to a John Deere, I backed it down into the water waiting for a boat.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there standing on the trailer. I was on the tractor, got on top of the trailer that's in the water. I'm just standing there. All of a sudden I hear like click, 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 and the tractor backs into the water, fully submerged, underwater, shut down the whole job. It's over for the day. Turns out the parking brake had sheared off.
Oh,
and so I end up ruining this like $40,000 tractor.
Oh no, dude, they're so expensive. 40,000 is just the cost.
Yeah,
of the
it was
tires.
probably honestly more than that. Yeah,
damn.
It was. But it was like a littler one. It didn't have.
Did
like,
you
the
keep your
covered
job
cab.
after that, or was that your last day?
No, I kept my job. I did leave early. I lied and said that the stress of the moment was maybe I should just go home for the rest of the day.
They're like, this guy's
As soon
not
as I
meant
found
for
out
this.
they were trying to get a wrecker in there to like go dive and get this fucking thing, I was like, nah, I'm out on this.
I can't be here, dude. This
Nah.
feels too bad. I'm sure it's not the first time that's happened. I feel like they've probably had other.
They told me it was the first time.
Yeah, no, it probably was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice, Corbin.
Well, that's okay.
I was trying to be a good host. I was trying to make you feel good about yourself.
Man.
Do you have any like crazy coworker stories from either of those jobs?
When I worked at Dixie, I had sex with my girlfriend out on the job.
Oh, so cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's
It was
never
pretty
not
fun.
cool.
It was pretty fun. We were in high school still.
You're
And,
like, hey, after I do the plate of Cornish hens, quick,
well, that's what
quick,
I
let's go into the outhouse.
When I was in high school,
Let's go into the Confederate the gray outhouse.
In high school, I worked as the bartender in the pre-show area. It was just like juice drinks.
Yeah,
And then like while the show was going on, the pre-show obviously ends. And you just have to sit there until the gift shop's filled. And me and my girlfriend in high school
So
just
dope.
were so alone and so horny. And
the best.
yeah, that was pretty fun.
I
That was
love
a lot
that.
of fun, actually.
So where do you guys? It's in the bathroom or in the car?
In the changing room, in the locker room.
Nah,
in
that's too
in the
appropriate.
women's.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
cool again.
And that was like 16-year-old jizz. It was like everywhere.
Ah, the best.
Yeah. Now we're definitely flagged.
We love
But,
that. Oh, yeah, dude. Sorry, the worst. Ah, no, don't do that.
16-year-old jizz.
Nope, stop saying it. It's not
Riz.
Riz. We're saying Riz, El Riz in Ohio.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. When you're 16, you're like, oh my God, I'm having sex at work. This is crazy.
yeah, dude.
I
Yeah,
remember
now
I-
I just do it all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Like literally in every comedy club. I
That's
jerk
so
off.
cool, dude.
It's like right before. You know how some
Are you-
people
I don't know if
like,
you're being serious right now, but
you know
if
how
you
some
are, that's
people
cool.
spit on the diamond before they leave the dugout or the top step.
Oh,
that's their,
yes.
like thing. I have to come all over the couch. in
That's
the
so
green room.
nice, dude.
And then I go on stage.
I always thought there was
Yeah.
something weird about those Bart clubs.
Hey man, they're kind of sticky, but they're cool.
Bricktown, more like Sticktown.
Sticky Town, yeah. What else is
Bricktown's a
there? Fort
club.
Wayne. That one's just called Fort or Summit
Louisville,
City.
more like Gooeyville.
Pumpet City. Gooeyville's not bad.
This is good. Yeah.
What's the one in Appleton?
Skyline, more
Skyline.
like She's Fine. All right,
That's
That
horrible.
one wasn't good. Yeah, none of them were. But
Yeah, no, they're all pretty bad.
yeah, hey,
and
why,
I would love to work there someday.
why make the bit funny now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spokane, more like
You rarely do that.
Spokane.
Spokane, there we go. Spokane on these titties.
Let's end on a low note. With this riff.
As low as possible.
That's good, man. Dude, you have killer jobs. I by the way, the tourist bits earlier, you're talking about like doing like the Cornish hen thing.
Yeah.
I used to do city tours in Chicago right before I left.
Oh my gosh.
I did it for like 2-3 weeks.
On like those buses.
I would do walking tours. It was this company that set up like a website.
Yeah.
And they were clearly like so fraudulent. They gave us no training, nothing. They were just like give them the tours, and we had to I'd like learn how to do them while I was giving them.
Yeah,
and
it's
it was
probably like, oh, here's fucking Chicago Tower. Here's
and it was
fucking
movies I've like
river
never
that turns
seen.
green. Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off was shot here.
Yeah, Dark Knight, Ferris Bueller were the big two that people wanted to see. We figured out they gave us a route that didn't make any sense because the route like
void of police and people who would ask
they were
questions.
based out of New York, and they were like, we're gonna end at the Mr. Beef from what's it called, The Bear, the restaurant from The Bear, the TV show.
Yeah,
because that's like it just came out.
Jeremy
Everyone wanted to go
Allen
see it. And the problem is it was a walking tour, and that was like 5 miles away from the entire downtown.
Oh God!
We said this walking tour, and then like at the very end, it was like go from the Sears Tower to Mr. Beef, and almost all the tours we gave were on Sunday, and it was closed on Sunday. So even if it was open, like there was like the whole
people are at least like maybe we'll get fucking hot dog.
Dude, there's nothing about the tours that made sense. So we had to we'd be like, all right, so we're just not. And
Dude,
they kept advertising.
So obviously, we're just a tour guide for a mafia front.
Yeah, it was so yes.
Yeah, 100%. They were just like funneling money. Dude, I bet on the books you gave 45,000 people tours.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that was not even close.
Dude, I had a friend whose hot parents, so I don't give a fuck. I'll out them. They owned a hot dog stand on the west side. That was like, dude, I'd go there, like, because I had another friend that lived like right by it, and I'd always drive by it, and I was like, it's always fucking empty.
Right.
Big Italian family. Deep running shit. And I'd be like,
that place makes money.
Dude, I'm sure on the books because they live in a fucking mansion in the sun. Dude, he was so, and he didn't like that people knew that he had money. You know, fucking 3-story house in the suburb, fucking 4 or 5 car garage.
He's like, but if they ask, we live fucking downtown in an apartment.
Yeah, he was like, I'm poor, and I was like, okay, Mr. Hot Dog Stand, okay.
Like, you got it, brother. Whatever, hot dog my ass.
Okay, dude, you're in your shit hot dog stand on the west side.
So you were a tour guide for 2 or 3 weeks basically a tour that didn't exist. Did you get any like tips? Any like
occasionally by like the last week of it, I'd like dialed it in. And I was like starting to make money.
Hell yeah!
But I hate to make this episode about me, but I had this German couple there, and I was like practicing German again. I'll do it like 2 weeks out of the year. I'll just randomly start.
You're like,
and I was like, yeah. So I was like, they showed up, and I was like, oh, crazy, I've been practicing. So I was like, oh yeah, what comes to it? Comes to it. Like, what city are you from? Where in Germany are you from? And they're like, well, Munich. I was like, oh yeah, Bayern Munich, go Bears. And
you
like,
slowly find out they're faking German.
yeah. But they were like, apparently, like they're like, oh, your German's like really good. And I was like, I just know those 4 sentences.
Right.
But then that same night, I was at Laugh Factory doing the open mic there. Or was it? It may have been one of the shows that I did that they also didn't pay me for. And I was in the crowd, and like the comic before me learns the couple to the right's German. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's crazy. I was practicing my German today. So I go on stage, I just joke, and it was this joke I'd written about football that I think it was like the only time I'd ever done it on a show. Right. And it bombed, and I was like, oh, you guys hate America? Are you all Germans? And then I go, wo kommst du? And they're like, Deutschland. And I go, ja klar, wo Stadt kommst du? What city are you from? And they go, no shit, what city are you from? Essentially is what I say. And they go, Frankfurt. And I go, Frankfurt? Das ist scheiße. And the crowd loses their mind.
Oh, dude.
And I remember being like, dude, I wish I had that filmed, because that would have been one of those. It was like in these
one of those
days
weird ones, of
weird crowd work clips that went so viral. Like they did like me doing crowd work in German. I was like, dude, I could have fucking gotten 10,000 views.
Made it work. Yeah. That's fun, dude.
Anyway,
Chicago seems like a wild place. I've never done comedy there.
It's like a great city to do like a week run of shows, but to live there, it's like there's nothing like.
No, I hate it as a place.
You're just racist.
Oh no, I love the Italians there.
But that's the worst part.
I went there once, and the parking, like, get the fuck out of here. $60 for a day of parking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the zoo, all this horseshit.
Damn, you hate the Italians, but you're the one acting like a Jew.
Hey, buddy.
Folks.
I wonder if there are Jews in Chicago.
There's a few. More than there are in Iowa. In Missouri.
Oh, I believe that, dude. Yeah, in Missouri, we had one Jewish kid in my school.
Really?
Yeah, in my grade.
Did he make it?
He allegedly, he was pretty sneaky.
Oh,
He was
okay,
pretty
yeah.
sneaky.
They always are.
Now he's in politics, coincidentally.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the weather.
Dude, have you ever seen, speaking of Jews, actually we shouldn't.
It does like the hard TV cut, like the static cut. We'll be right back. Did you have any other like cool jobs growing up? Like what was like your first job?
My first job was Dixie.
Dixie, that's so nice.
And I was there for a few years and then I left.
Just ripping bits at the run fair.
Dude. And I thought that's probably like where my comedy like roots kind of started.
I kind of like that.
Just coming up with these little different ways of screwing with people.
Yeah.
And they always loved it because one time I made a little girl cry though.
Really?
And so I made this little girl cry because I used to do this bit to kids. It's a stupid bit, but I'd be like, oh, we only have 2 drinks, Pepsi or water. And I'd be like, do you want Pepsi or water? And they'd be like, Pepsi. I'd be like, oh, we're out of that. They'd be like, okay. They'd be like, okay, water. And then I'd be like, oh, we're out of that. I just kept going back and forth just to mess with them.
Dude, I love those bits.
This little girl started crying. Dude,
crying.
You
were meant for stand-up.
Yeah. And so I went and bought her a souvenir flag. And I brought it down and gave it to her. Those people told my boss I won Employee of the Month that month. And then the next month I got fired. It was wild.
You went out on a bang, bro.
Dude, so I worked there and that was basically a server. I worked as a paraprofessional at a high school.
Special needs kids?
Yeah, special needs kids for 4 years.
That's what my mom does.
Really? Damn.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, obviously.
Clearly. That's fun.
No.
How was it working with the special needs?
It was special.
Yeah, okay.
And I was also the wrestling coach for that time.
Did you wrestle in high school?
Yeah. Did you wrestle?
No.
You're in Iowa. You probably got your ass beat.
I've talked about this I talked about like in the first episode, I think, of this podcast.
Uh-huh.
I wrestled in the 3rd grade.
Oh my god.
Like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade. And I went out to wrestle, and I wrestled a kid who was like visibly special needs.
Oh my god.
I was so bad. I wasn't good at it. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. And
the special needs kid?
Dude, he kicked my ass.
I bet, man. They get those strength. Dude, okay.
He was so much. He had to have like 10 pounds on me in the
This
fourth
kid
grade,
I
at
used
least.
to work with, he wrestled every year I knew him. And he was the man. He had crazy strength. Just like the whole, like, they're strong. They are. They're crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
strong.
Like, wicked, dude. Just like destroyed me. And I remember being like, and people were like, "Oh, that was very kind of you." Like I went to my mom and dad and I was like, "I'm done."
You're like, "Yeah, I threw that. I did that."
I've never had a kid with Down syndrome dunk on me. Okay, dude.
Beat the shit out of me by a moron.
Yeah, dude. He was yeah. There's an autism spectrum. He was like way on it. And I was like, dude, I support you. I think you're strong. I think you can do anything anyone else can do, particularly wrestling. And I think I'm done. I'm done with the sport.
I remember like 1 year. Okay, this links up. So 1 year in the other special needs class.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
This was not him.
Yeah, it was not me. Anyways, these 2 other kids went up to the wrestling mat, and these kids, not to speak ill of the tards, but these kids are like highly special needs.
Yeah,
they need a lot of special stuff.
Yeah, a lot of care.
They went up there, and it was 2 like. The people I'm talking about. They're like 5 foot nothing. Both of them probably 400 pounds apiece.
Yep.
Jizzing, coming all over the wrestling mats. They were up there. Got caught fucking.
Guy and gal or guy and gal?
Guy and gal.
Okay.
And dude, I had to go up there and spray the mats down with disinfectant and just buckets of it. It was there was a fucking used condom that had. I mean, these are children.
Know how to use it.
Well, I don't know where they put it, but
That's
it was
crazy.
multicolored. It was multicolored.
I love that for them.
But that was
probably
pretty
too much of a sensory overload.
Yeah, probably.
They're like, yeah, we can't do this. We got to put on our earmuffs.
Maybe. I remember they got kicked out of school.
Can I
tell
you something that's fucked up? I like the idea of like a dude coming and also just like stimming at the same time. That's fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. That's gonna. I'm not gonna get SNL now. Not that I was ever going to.
You never know, man.
But they do like a super autistic kid like coming to me and like, oh, too much senses.
I like the idea better of him coming and be like, you know what? I'm pretty normal. Like shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with me at all. I just had to bust a nut.
His post-nut clarity is like, William.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's all proper British.
I've come to the gross ways of man.
It's like on the precipice. Yeah.
On the precipice of greater good of society, it appears as if I've never had the downs to begin with.
His dick starts getting hard again.
By Jove!
It's like, God damn it, he's back.
He can't talk again.
This guy's a genius if we just get somebody to make him come every 8 minutes.
By Jove, I've always been academically inclined.
All right, now we're just making fun of the special needs kids coming.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know,
That's
I mean,
fun.
I do it every day.
Yeah. I keep going to open mics. I'm like, Corbin, you got to stop doing the special needs kids come joke.
Dude, I've not been to an open mic in a hot minute.
Same here. It's been like 3 weeks. I've literally just been doing shows.
Hey, I like it. I like this world of just doing shows.
It's good, but I need to get back into the mic scene.
I need to stop trying shit on shows. I'm like,
that's my problem. That's my problem.
I need to kind of impress these people.
Well, I feel bad because like every show in Austin costs like $20,
right?
And I'll be like, oh yeah, they paid $20. Hey, come on. They don't deserve to see my new bit about fucking with allergies.
My Riz bit.
Do you have a bit about Riz?
Oh, of course, dude.
Why in God's green earth do you have a Riz bit?
Because it's funny and I need material.
No, do you want to run it on the pod?
Yeah, sure.
I'm forcing you to do material right now.
Would that not be funny if I just started doing like my every
you know
single
what? Don't run
joke?
it. It's not going to be good. I don't want to hear it.
No,
Guys,
definitely
that's why you
not.
should
It
buy
sucks.
tickets to see Corbin LeMaster.
Dude,
at
please buy a ticket.
CorbinLeMaster.com.
At this point, I'll take one ticket, one follow, one whatever.
LeMaster. Do you say LeMaster or LeMaster? I say LeMaster.
Yeah, LeMaster's fine.
I just like LeMaster because I think
It's French, and so it's.
Oh,
you gotta.
dude, I didn't know you were gay.
I know, right?
Oh,
And this
what a
whole
shame.
time, you thought me sucking dicks would be the dead giveaway.
Well, no, I enjoyed that part.
What's the gayest experience you've ever had?
I've never done anything. One time we were in like 5th or 6th grade. Someone pulled up porn at a party.
Yeah,
and we all kind of like watched it, and then we just went back to sleep. And I remember being
back to sleep. You all woke up to watch one video. You're like, all right, back to sleep, boys.
Yeah, and then I didn't jerk off, but in hindsight, everyone else for sure did, right?
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure.
I like I was. Someone said something that I was like, every guy had a circle jerk at a party growing up, and I was like, no, I never did that.
Nah.
But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, we did watch porn once.
I was
at a
gonna say,
sleepover.
I think everybody's probably watched porn together.
Yeah, we watched porn, and then I just like no, it wasn't like pants were on the whole time. And then I was like, all right, well, that's fun. And we all just like left, and I just went to sleep hard. I just was like
hard.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there with my little 3-inch bow.
All right, what's your gayest experience, and why was it?
I've never had a gay
jerking
experience.
off the Confederate Army.
I've tried a couple times to have a gay experience.
Really?
I tried, and I didn't try too hard.
Damn, dude.
But you know,
name your top 3 comedians that are secretly gay.
No,
Mark
you
Norman.
can't.
No.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I know one. I know one that probably.
I know
isn't
2.
up
I
there.
know 3. I know 3.
Do you know 3?
Is Mateo Lane out?
Are you shitting me? Fuck Mateo Lane.
Yeah, well, I do both know. Stop. Now I have to cut this bit. Now I have to cut this bit.
No, but they don't
'Cause
know.
both of you
Just
said
only
guy.
if they're comedians.
Yeah, that's okay. I respect.
Give me the credits of the other 2.
Comedy Central. No,
Oh, Jesus.
This is fun. No,
I know there's a few out there.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
Yeah,
They're
they're working hard.
Do you have like a favorite? Hardly Working.
Hey,
that's the podcast name, folks. A plug for the podcast mid podcast.
we planned that.
That was a riff, dude. I took a pause and all right, you got to set me up here.
All right.
Do you have a favorite or like favorite coworker or like terrible job experience?
Not really. I was always the guy who, well, at Dixie we were all pretty close.
That's nice.
Like it was like we'd all go out drinking after.
Oh, that's so cool.
And-
But you were in high school.
No, I worked there off and on until I was
40.
24, 25. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
And then,
you did like a 8-10 year run there.
No, because I worked there for a couple years,
Dude,
then
you
left for a couple
loved
years.
Dixie.
Dude, I'm telling you, the money, I've never made more money.
God damn.
Like, You make like 70 grand a year just being a server.
Really?
Not now. Shit, times are tough there.
Yeah, I know. That's interesting. Still, I used to drive Uber in Chicago. I was like, people are making like 80, 95,000 a year doing this. I worked at a corporate job that paid me 42,000.
I don't think people really made that.
Oh yeah, during football season on the weekends,
$90,000.
Oh, on the football season, you're making $50 an hour.
Really?
And I wasn't even like, there's like higher levels of rewards and stuff. Like I was like, if you're good at this,
I knew once you did
probably 80,000, probably 80,000, like for sure.
During the pandemic, I made like $500 a week.
Really?
Doing DoorDash.
Not bad.
That's not bad. That's just because like nobody else was out and about. I lived in a college town.
Where were you during the lockdown?
Columbia, Missouri. I got wild.
Mizzou?
I went to Mizzou. Yeah.
Whoa! I did a show in Mizzou once it was like a punk venue in a garage.
Yeah, dude. I know that place.
Sick. What is it? It was like MDXT or some weird name. It was like super sick. I
don't remember the names there.
It was so nice.
The comics there are nice.
Nice. Oh, Mizzou has good comics?
No.
I know.
They were very mean to me when I moved there. And
why?
They were very standoffish. Like I had my first couple of years in comedy, I only worked at a comedy club. I didn't really do mics. Or regular shows. I just only worked at the comedy club and the comedy club mic, obviously.
Yeah.
But then when
you're a little spoiled early on.
I was very spoiled.
That's good though. It builds confidence,
dude. It builds confidence.
Sometimes that's all right. If it builds confidence, I think like I would have hated you around that time, but years later, at least you're confident.
No, because if you were in my scene, you would have been in too.
Yeah,
that would you like all the good comics. There was only like 4 of us.
Well, dude. I just re-released like a special, like a set recorded.
I saw that.
Did you watch the set?
No, of course.
It was
not.
2 years into comedy. I had it. It was like unlisted for like it was like private for like 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I just made it public again, and I rewatched it, and I was like, "Oh, for 2 years into comedy, I was like, this is ripping for 2 years in."
Oh, dude, like it did not take very long to realize like, oh, if you just tell jokes, like you can get like a good set for 2 years.
And I look at. I mean, I look at it now, and there's like a level that's like, oh, this is cringy, but I was like, oh, dude, for 2 years in, like, I should have been like my immediate thought was like, I should have been getting booked way more.
Oh yeah, dude. But I've always thought that ever since I started comedy. I was like, you know what? I know more than these morons over here know. I need to be the one getting booked.
I always thought that. I never said it though.
Like, oh, you suck.
Well, when I started in Des Moines, I thought like everyone in Des Moines is so much better than me.
Yeah.
And now I go back and I'm like, dude, this guy is doing the same clothes he was doing 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And
nobody
he was like,
new.
And I was like, oh, dude, you all suck so much.
Should we shit on Des Moines comics? I know a couple of them.
I literally don't care.
There's one guy.
They don't watch. They don't support me. Like they've never supported me on any level.
Dude, I feel that. Can
I tell you some shit?
Scene. Yeah.
They had a contest at the Des Moines Funny Bone called the funniest person in Des Moines, or like whatever. They did it twice a year. It's the Clash of the Comics, I think, or something like that. And I got second 4 times in a row.
Really?
And like the third time I did it, I had like it wasn't even close. It wasn't even it was obviously I'd won. And one of the comics brought like 50 people.
Right.
But it wasn't an audience, so it was a judge's vote.
Right.
And I have hand tremors, right? It's pretty good right now. But it'll be like bad on certain days.
I've seen it get pretty bad.
Dude, it's like sometimes I can't even eat. Like it's really bad.
Damn, dude.
I have to use these are silverware. I have to just eat with my hands I'm like at a soup place just slurping it down.
Yeah.
I'm like
I like it.
But it's hard, like it's usually when I have to start doing something. It's good because I'm like stationary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I was like shaking on stage, but I was just like ripping, dude, and everyone else bombed. And I remember like sitting down and thinking to myself, being like, I've won this. I was like second to last. I was like, it's not even close. Like it's not even. And I remember being like, and I go to the back and another comic wins over me, and he was like a 12-year veteran in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And I remember being like,
what's his name?
I think he killed himself or quit comedy. I really don't know. And I may have.
We need more of that.
He posted like out his depression. That's the last post he had on Facebook. Shit. I don't remember his name. I liked him, but. So afterwards, I go to the judges, and they would give you like your scorecards back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 9, 9.5, 8.75, 9.5. And then one of the judges, they were all like comics who were in Des Moines. One of them was from Des Moines.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'll say his name. He gives me a scorecard. It's like a 2.
Is he a really fat guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I worked with this guy.
Dude, he gives me a score. It says 2, and it just goes 2 yawn.
That guy just rips off Ralphie May. That's all he does.
Oh yeah, because he was trained by. Anyway, don't even get me started.
I worked with him at Laughs in Tucson once, and that
I want to do that club so bad. I'll do any club. I'll do any.
Honestly,
club.
that's probably been the best weekend I've ever had.
Really?
Every crowd is just down to. They don't give a shit what you're saying.
Can I tell you why I want to do Laughs in Tucson?
Yeah.
There's another Matt Banwart.
Is there really?
He lives in Tucson, Arizona.
Dude.
He just does dirt biking out there, and he's messaged me so many times being like, dude, do Laughs in Tucson.
Like, I would love to do that.
He's like, I'll bring all my friends. It'll be the funniest bit ever. Because the other Matt, and I'm like, yes. And I keep messaging Laughs being like, please book me.
So the guy out there, Casey, he's a pretty nice guy. But when I showed up out there, like the other guy was like, he's like, so it took me like a long time. He's like 10 years of emailing here to get in. He's like, how long has it taken you? I was like, oh, it was my first email. I was like, I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't think I've sent him an email. Yeah, I think I reached out like once. Someone was like, you got to DM them on Instagram. And I was like, I don't know. I have their email. Someone gave me it, but I got it.
That's what's annoying about comedy. Like this job, this is a job. And it's like you can't email this guy. You got to DM that one. You can't DM that one. You got to email this one. You got to call this guy. You got to email.
Well, someone runs a club in Des Moines in Dubuque. And they're like, yeah, dude, here's his phone number. And I was like, bro, I'm not cold calling a club in Dubuque being like, yo, put me up. I sold out your old. Like, I'm not doing that. I think
that might be the thing to do.
I was like, that's wild.
I was at the Punchline in Atlanta a couple weeks ago. And the booker was there. I made the owner laugh in front of her.
Oh.
And so I just walked up. I was like, hey, do you have like an email I can hit you up at? And like, I'm from Austin.
That's cool.
To work. She was really open about it.
She told you what they want?
Well, she gave me all the stuff and then her number. She's like, text me if I don't email back.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's
but you know how many email backs I've gotten? A lot. How many bookings I've gotten? Like 7.
Well, I started just sending follow-ups being like, hey, we got to dial this in, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm much more pushy now.
Well, I think the hardest part of like comedy as a job is like the amount of rejection is one thing, but also it's like you're managing essentially like especially like the amount of like club contacts and like the thing that sucks is I'll message clubs and be like, here's like the 3 cool, things that I've done in comedy, right? Yeah. And like, here's the 3 bullet points. And it's like, it's one of those things like I sent it to them and it's like, they know that I'm a vetted comic. Mm-hmm. I have like a good like 25-minute tape I sent out that I feel like I'm like, this is pretty like good or whatever. Pretty good, right? And then I'm just like, but in your head, you're like, when a club books me, they go, he can't sell tickets.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like,
it's all about selling tickets. Yeah. My buddy who like,
I'm like, hey, if you have an off weekend that you just need filled, I'm your guy. Or like, I'll even send emails. I'll be like, if someone drops, I would love your consideration.
That's what I'm like, anything, whatever. Like, I'll come just to work the club. I'm like, just to get in. Like, I'll come feature. I'll come headline. Whatever you need me to do, I will drive there. I don't need a room. I don't just give me money. Work, dude. I'll make it work. Yeah, and they just. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna book Dale Jones.
Damn it! That guy, I've heard great things about him though.
I've heard great things.
It's
just the first name that popped in my head.
But I know exactly. He's like the quintessential. Like,
yeah.
Works
Who
all
would have been?
bones.
Jeff Allen. That would have been a much better.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Every time I see that guy's face, I'm like, another week and I don't work.
It's so funny. Like,
you know who's going back on the road?
Who?
Yakov Smirnov.
No, I didn't know he was still alive. The Russian guy.
Yeah, he works. What? He goes up at the Blue Room in Springfield and runs his podcast out of their green room. And
is he based out of Springfield, Missouri?
Out of Branson. I grew up with Yakov in my backyard.
What? Whoa!
What the country? Like
what the country?
Dude, all those fucking one-liners that he's got.
Yeah.
I went to a show when I was like 8 years old.
Has he not written anything?
No, it's all the same.
Eric Andre is like that. Eric Andre,
I'm sure, dude.
And this is not like a secret. Like I watched him at a show, and on stage he goes, "This is like 5 years ago, 6 years ago now." Mm-hmm. On stage he goes, "I haven't written a joke since 2011."
I wish I could be like that.
And I was like, that was like 8 years. I was like, that's crazy. You haven't written a joke in like.
Well, once you get to like some level, some people just don't write jokes anymore. They're just like, I'm this guy.
He's like, yeah, I tuck my penis at the end of every set, and I waddle out, and you don't care.
Eric Andre's a millionaire though.
Multi-millionaire, yeah.
Multi.
Yeah, dude, the dream.
I would love to get to that level.
So not right?
Yeah.
You already don't. No.
Shut the fuck. I know. I write more than anybody in this city.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. You write a lot though.
I gotta get back in it. I'm in the middle of moving right now. That's why my apartment's like weird.
That's one thing I haven't seen enough people go up with. I see a lot of people go up and do the same exact jokes here, like a lot.
There's comics,
but I do it a lot too, though.
There's comics that write a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna name names.
To me, you can name names.
I only name names if it's talking shit.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. I had to learn a hard lesson of not talking shit for a while.
Yeah, this podcast might set both of us back.
No, I mentioned no names.
I'm the one who mentioned names. It's okay. The guy who I mentioned, like literally, like.
But
dude, yeah, dude, he's the only guy. Dude, he made his He made his cover photo on Facebook was "Please book me."
Okay, do you ever have these people on Instagram who are like,
dude, we gotta cut this. We gotta cut this.
Yeah, we'll cut.
Dude, I'm gonna every time I say his name, I'm gonna mute over his name.
That's fine.
And people who know that we're talking about will laugh their ass off. Like all 2 of them that listen.
Oh, that's fine. It's an Iowa comic, not an Austin comic.
But
But every time
he doesn't live in Iowa anymore. But this is funny.
I check if he still follows me. Do you ever have these people who are like, please unfollow me so I can unfollow you?
Oh yeah,
it's like, please unfollow me.
Yeah,
and
well, dude, I started blocking Des Moines comedians because like I would post like, dude, I get Facebook memories notifications, and I'd post something like about like football or like about like I just saw this movie, and Des Moines comedians would like hop in and be like, we knew you were filled with dog shit and movie opinions. I'd be like, dude, what are you? I was like, and at the time I remember like, this is such a harsh comment out of nowhere. And now years later, like, you're looking back at it, I'm like, that was weird. That was insane. Cause I was like 21 and they were like a 29-year-old being like, oh yeah, you would like the.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been that guy a couple times.
I hate you, bro. I hate you. On God, you suck.
The Iowa comics are kind of weird. The only one that's ever been cool to me is Donnie Townsend.
Oh, he's the nicest.
Yeah. He's the
well, he's.
But like, I try to get booked up.
He's
there.
so nice. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's also a great comic.
Yeah.
There, I said something nice about someone. You happy now? You happy now?
But like nobody, like they won't answer DMs. They won't answer emails up there. It's fucking wild.
Dude, the weirdest thing about Des Moines is if you started a show in Des Moines, you would no other show would book you. It was like their weird thing because the gatekeepers. It was like the weird thing of like.
I feel like I have to start a show in Austin just to get booked.
So much. You have to start a show to get booked. That's what it is everywhere else, right? You start a show, then you start getting booked more, right? In Des Moines, if you started a show, since there's only like 3 other shows and they're all hosted by like 15-plus-year comics,
right? And
they would be like,
I know what's going on.
They'd be like, you think you're gonna start competing with me?
Yeah.
And they would not book you anymore.
I'd be like, dude, we stopped competing 2 years ago when I got better than you.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Dude, I mean, I was like watching
face.
like an old set of mine, and then I went on YouTube and I found a set of like another Iowa comic from like, it was like 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching it and I was like, oh, dude. And then I started like looking up like Iowa comics. It was on this old special, dude. And I was like watching their sets back and I was like, oh, dude. I was so much better than that. Like,
oh, dude.
And I hate to be like that dick.
This is turning into us being like, we are better than these people.
Well, okay, Des Moines, Iowa, and Branson, Missouri comics.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, I rep Springfield for comedy.
Okay, Scott, Springfield. I'm sorry. I don't want to set them back.
I will say, I mean,
whatever. I'm an
we
asshole.
ain't no Des Moines.
All right, well, I'll cut this whole second half out.
No.
Anyway, fucking that locker room, that was cool, huh?
Oh yeah, that was fun. I've actually
such a hater.
Never done any cool things like that for comedy.
What?
Like, I'm trying to think of like cool.
Oh, hook up in the green room.
Hook up in the green room. Never done that.
I've never done anything like that either.
I'm actually kind of lame when it comes to that. Like, I kind of got all that out of my system.
I
was a big like. Drag them into the bathroom. Let's have some fun in the bathroom.
Really?
The bathroom
That's
door.
so cool, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I want to do that. I got to do it.
You haven't done that? You plowed half this town already.
That's not true. That's not true.
I've heard some names.
Should
we start naming names?
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
I don't mind naming names for that.
You can name names. I haven't done anything with anyone in Austin. I'm a virgin, Mom.
I've never slept with anybody in Austin.
I haven't either. I'm a good man.
Okay.
Unrelated. Wingo, get in the shot. No.
Balls out, though.
The classic. My little brother does that prank all the time.
Balls out.
The ball's out, fly down, balls out.
I can't do that.
Classic.
I don't know. I don't have the girth, I guess.
Me neither.
Actually, one thing I do have is girth. The rest is not.
So cool, dude.
I know, right?
Dude, we're just bragging. We're just bragging.
I'm better than this guy. I've got a girthy 3-inch cock.
We're just bragging on the podcast. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, we are gonna have to cut off.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm actually serious. I'm gonna have to cut most of this.
Just bleep that one comic's name because that
sucks, dude.
Yeah, that guy pissed me off so much because just watching him, I'm like, you are literally ripping off the funniest fat guy Ralphie made.
Oh, God.
And you want to talk about a white guy saying the N-word?
Well, yeah, off stage.
Yeah,
dude, it's so crazy because like some of these comics, they talk so much shit like online. It's so weird, like seeing like weird Midwest comics talk the most shit
These
online.
very obscure people.
They're always on Facebook. Like, dude, I was off Facebook for 10 months. I was hacked and deleted. Got it back. Now I'm back. And I realized it's just like weird, like Midwest comics who like realistically aren't doing anything, like have never done anything in comedy, and they're just starting like random shit. I'm like, dude, you've worked 2 clubs this year.
Well, dude,
I'll be like, what is this about?
Was having a conversation with one of these people a couple weekends ago, and I shouldn't have said she, but they are like very much one of those people where she's trying to tell me how like nothing works for her. She can't do this. She can't do that.
Yeah.
Like she's going to give up doing the road. She's done comedy like 12, 15 years. You know who she is 100%.
I know who it is.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Dude, you have to fucking mute that name because we're splitting a fucking rental car in a couple weeks.
It's crazy. It's scary. I'm like, I'm such an old dog. I'm 27, but I feel like I'm such an old dog in comedy.
Everybody knows that one though.
Yeah.
It's not the business. It's her.
Yeah.
That's and so also, funny. I heard she a guy in Chicago.
Oh yeah, dude. The women of the Chicago comedy scene,
predators.
We gotta cut this. We gotta cut, dude. Crazy predatory stories.
Really?
Like, dude, all of them.
I love it because I heard
all of them, dude. And it's all the women. It's none of the men.
I bet it's some of the men.
I'm sure there's some. Actually, I'm sure. Yeah, actually,
I heard this one though took a guy on the road, and like she like constantly wanted to have sex.
Classic.
Constantly, which is a great thing.
So, yeah, cool.
But
you can want to.
It was he did not want to, and she pressured him nonstop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic whore.
Tale as old as time, baby.
Dude, these comedy women, they're speaking of crazy
even
people
in Des Moines,
on jobs.
Even in Des Moines, they were like predatory.
Are they?
When I was like 21, there was a lady comic in Des Moines who like got handsy with me, and I was just like, no.
Yeah.
I was just like, she was like, oh, you think I'm too old? And that's what pissed me off. She goes, oh, you think I'm too old? You think I'm too old? Oh, wow, really? You think you're so cool? You think you're so cool? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm not consenting. And by the way, age isn't a factor.
Dude, I say this all the time.
We love cougs.
I say this all the time.
35's a cougar.
If you add up the times in my life I've been sexually assaulted, it does not even, like the amount of times it happens to women, it doesn't even get close to the amount of times it's happened to men that don't get reported. Because
I don't know.
I might be saying this backwards.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'll tell you what, as far as non-reported, all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like guys never report it. I'm not saying it happens.
I'm not saying it
more to men. I'm saying it gets not reported by men more than it gets not reported by women.
Yeah, dude. And the other times, especially because like, dude, I mean, I don't want to share this, but like I've had some crazy starting comedy so young, like happened all
Comedy's
the time.
Brutal, dude.
All the
I don't
time.
put like
from women comics were like so aggressive to me when I was so young, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on. I was just confused, I think. I was always like, every time it happened, I'd be like, what? No.
Every time it happened to be a guy, I was very confused.
Well, no, I was always down.
Bottom.
Bottom. You can't do that. But no, yeah, it's very weird. But no, the amount of time, dude, in college, like, in college, on like, more than a dozen occasions at a party,
Mm-hmm.
like Lynn and I would come up and grab, would like,
Oh, dude, all the time.
I remember being like, I'm gonna
All
like,
the
like,
time.
would like grab, one of them just kind of slapped it and that hurt. And I was like, stop. But every time it happened, I was like, we should go back, dude. I'll tell you, I didn't lose my virginity until I was like senior year of college.
Really?
And I had so many offers too before. And this isn't bragging. It's like objectively, I would go out, people would get drunk, someone would say something. And like, probably like 25% of the time, they were like, all right, you're right, we're drunk, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
The other 75% of the time,
They're just...
women would attack me or like get violent or be like, well, you think you're better than me? Wow, you're such a cunt. You're such an asshole. You're such a dick. You think you're too good for me?
These
and I'd be
women are predators.
Or like physically,
I'm all for it. Don't
go
get
after
me wrong. I'm not trying to dissuade them.
Yeah, well, how else am I supposed to get hard?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude. Actually, we're not getting into that. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude,
like
we don't talk enough about it.
The comedy women. Actually,
we have to delete this episode. This whole second half has to get cut.
No, we can be fine.
Dude, you were ripping in the first half though.
Well, I was talking about shit I didn't
you had
care
the
about.
silliest work stories.
I know. Well, here's a work story. I had to turn down sex the other night.
Whoa, where at?
Yeah, well, he was a nice guy. On 6th, waiting for Kill Tony the other night.
Whoa.
This female Austin comic came up to me and she was like, "You're very attractive.
Wow.
I would love to sleep with you."
Wow.
And then I had to just put my hands in my pockets and stone face it all night. She tried like 9 times.
Wow.
Yeah, you were there actually.
Damn.
It was that night we went and got shots.
That was fun.
Yeah.
There's $1 shots for 15 minutes on 6th
That
Street.
is such a good deal, dude.
That is fun. That makes that is like
It kinda
a thing
breaks it
that
up.
makes the Kill Tony way a little less.
I like that the
monotonous.
Kill Tony group has moved across the street and is no longer in the big group.
Yeah.
The big group kind of sucks.
Well, I think the reality is the comedians that signed up for Kill Tony, there's probably 10 to 15 of us out of 300
Yeah,
that are
staying on this
comics
side.
that are like, no, but not even that. Like
They're
that are
like
like
trying.
that are like actually serviceable comedians that are like out doing it.
Yeah.
Like work on some capacity, like regularly doing showcase spots. There's like 15 out of 300. And the other 285 are just like so unserviceably bad.
Dude, there's one guy with a tattoo on his face that I only see at Kill Tony.
Oh,
signups.
like there's like out of the 300, there's probably 100 of them that live in Austin, only do it. There's
Yeah.
usually like 50 to 75 tourists. And then there's just
That's
like
for sure.
100, like 25, like delusional. I don't know, whatever the math is.
Yeah.
The rest are just like delusional, like terrible micers that you see out. Like, dude, it's so funny how like obvious it is at Creek. You'll go out,
yeah.
and there's like 2 circles, and it's like
Cool, not cool.
well, it's like
Or not
incapable
cool.
of finishing a sentence.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
It's not even like because there's some people in the cool circle that aren't even funny. You know who you are.
I don't even mean cool, like as in like, oh, he's cool.
But like can
But-
hold a conversation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like, oh, I would go hang out with those guys.
Dude, yesterday we were there. This comedian walks up. I'm not going to say the names of the comics. He goes, dude, truly not a comic worth getting choked. He goes, that's so and I was like, yeah, well, go up and say hi to him. He's the nicest guy.
Dude.
And he was like, and he's talking to, and I was like,
Some people
I was like,
really,
yeah, dude. Well, both of them are like they can probably hear you. Honestly, you're saying their names pretty loudly.
some people blow their load over comedy or for comedians. I'm like, dude, if you know these people, they're dickheads just like the rest of us.
Well, also like, I think you don't realize like, yeah, sure, like their careers are like further ahead, but like their mentality is still the same as like they're still working on it. Like they're still like working the form.
That's what like
we're doing the same thing. Like you have things in common with them.
Well, that's why I have a buddy who's like pretty big, but it's like he talks to me just like how you and I are talking.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, I'm doing this. It's like, oh, that's just how his career's shaken out.
Well, you know who does big man people all the time?
What's that? That's because he is a big man.
All right, we gotta stop. I gotta really scrub this episode now.
No, let's end it. Let's
end it. Corbin, what do you have to plug? Where can people find you?
Shit. Let's see.
I'm having a hard day since the Hawkeyes just lost by 10 points.
I actually kind of feel bad about this game. Like it could be something bad. Let's get my
Dude, I
dates
never
pulled
feel
up.
good about it, dude. Both of our starting linebackers are out.
Oh, this is. Well, when's this coming out?
Probably next Monday or Tuesday.
I have next Monday. Oh, Erie, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Huge following. I'm headlining the Don't Tell there. I have shows in Austin all month. I have
Do you have a website?
I have a website, CorbinLeMaster.com. I never update it.
He's on Instagram. Only
I'll do all my Novembers because I actually
plug
need to sell
Plug
tickets.
November.
Actually, I don't need to sell these two, but I'll brag. Fayetteville, Arkansas, Wichita, Kansas with Mark Normand. Jokers in Washington, the 15th and 16th. Buy tickets. The 17th of November, Brothers Cascadia Evergreen Pub.
Huge.
11/21, Angel of the Winds Casino in Washington. The 22nd, 23rd, Chadwick's Medford, Oregon. 26th, I'm headlining my home club, Blue Room Comedy Club.
Huge. All right.
That
was a good one.
Thank you, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers.